And on that hip hop balance scale, man, the R&B outweighed the real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The R&B outweighed the hip hop, and on that particular album, so that's why I can't put that album up there with some of the greats, female MCs and MCs in general. I can't put that up there with MC Light. First two joints, I can't put it up there with Queen Latifah first album. Can't put it up there with Roxanne Shante album. You know, Bahamadia. And I'm just talking about the real spitters, female spitters. I can't put it up there with Kane first album, Cool G Rap first album. I'm sorry, Lauryn Hill, I just can't put it up there with them albums. But I will consider her one of the top 10 female MCs of all time. I will definitely put her up there. And there you have it, man. There you have it. I don't want to keep dwelling on that particular album. I just thought I didn't mention it, so I had to mention it. And there you have it, the 90s. Hip hop had to ended with 1999. It was fun, folks. Real fun experience, man. I learned a lot. Went back and listened to some albums. This hip hop is a never ending thing. That's the fun thing about it. You can go back and listen to some joints that you might not have listened to before. And when you listen to it, it's like brand new to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many people knew it was an all-woo female group called the Deadly Venoms? I'm about to listen to that joint as we speak, you know what I'm saying? But just had to bring you the real. Hope everybody enjoyed it, you know, and they just my opinions. That's all. That's all this review of the 90s were. But what the fuck I know? I'm just a hip-hop junkie. Peace to the hip hop. See you real soon. What I'll be doing, my top 10 females, MCs, and also the 4 elements of hip hop. But on that note, I see you on the hip hop flip side. One. I tried my best to do every video of the 90s hip hop wonder years with different artists and different groups. I didn't want to keep talking about the same people every year. But certain people, certain groups, man, had to be mentioned. Like, if Tribe Called Quest came out that year, I had to talk about them because most of the albums was dope. Except for that Love Movement album. They did come back, man, and before Phife Dawg passed away, did a super dope album. It was back to that old Tribe feel. And rest in peace, Phife Dawg. That album was, to me, one of the best albums they did in a while. Because they had a little beef going on with them, too, like most members do. Because that's human nature. You know what I'm saying? That's just human nature. People have indifferences and they go their own ways. Then they always come back to the table again and break bread again. That's just the way it always happened. NWA was going to do the same thing if Eazy-E didn't pass away. Gangstar, every time they came out, I had to talk about them most of the time. Every album they did was dope. Even before Guru passed away, they came back together, Gangstar, and did another album as well. That album was super dope. You know what I'm saying? So, I try to, mix it up a little bit. So that was the end, 1999, the end of the 90s. And then we have the 2000s. After that, the beginning of the 2000s, we had some great albums and some good albums. And then some watered down, and then garbage. Then we got into the mumble rap. And the mumble rap crap, I call it. And, we had a handful of people that kept hip-hop alive. Shout out to them real MCs, man. That kept it afloat. The old school artists continue to do their thing, reminding us of they was before their time. Big Daddy, Cool G Rap, MC Light, Queen Latifah, Master Ace, Public Enemy, all these people I'm naming, man, and many more. Heavy D, rest in peace to all the people that hip hop artists that passed away. They was all before their time. They made timeless music. That's why we throw them joints on now. We can still listen to it. That's why when they get concerts, most of them joints sell out because we know the real. These dudes have old souls, a lot of them. You know, Tribe Called Quest, as I just mentioned, they was all before their time, and timeless music never dies. It's been proven over and over. A lot of people may say, there's a question because I even said it years ago. Then I found out recently myself, not that long ago, maybe like 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, that a lot of old school artists, you think they fell off and stopped doing albums. Nah, not at all. Google it. That's what I did. You find out like Dies Effects, they had a couple albums. You know what I mean? Crumb Snatcher, underground dude that came out with Gangstar, he had a couple albums. Public Enemy had a whole bunch of joints that I ain't know about. A lot of other people, man. A lot of other people. You be real surprised, like, damn, I ain't know that Rakim. He got a couple joints after he left Eric B. He started doing some other solo joints. I think the last joint he did was the Seventh Seal. See, a lot of people don't know about that. AZ, he was another one. See, a lot of people, if you do your little research, man, you be finding out they never stop doing music. You just don't hear about it. They don't be on the radio. Everything is, on the SoundClouds and streaming. That's where it's at right now. That's where you got to go and find it. You got to find it. Yeah, your favorite artists, you just got to just keep up on them, research them. That's what Google is good for. And find out, go on Apple Music and all that, you know what I'm saying? And, you can download a lot of these albums. That's what I, continue to do. But like I said, man, where hip hop at now, golly geez, golly gee. That's all I can say. Like I said, a handful of people keeping it down, but everything resurfaced back, man. The underground dudes like Jedi Matrix and Vinny Paz. He from Philly. Representing all the way. Got a chance to see Vinny concert, man. My homie was dope, man. He supposed to been around my age. He might be a year or two older, but he said he was retiring. That was the last concert he did. But they all say that. They all say that. But those the ones who keeping hip hop alive, because that's where it started at, underground, from the basement, literally, the abandoned buildings, literally. The artists is like Jedi Matrix and all them. Them the type of groups, man. We have plenty of those groups, overseas and everything that keeping this thing afloat. So shout out to them individuals, males and females. Recorded this in the beginning of the 1990s. You know what I'm saying? First episode I did, first one or two episodes, you see this rug that I brought online. Love this joint, man. It's the joint that I was sitting on the last episode. With everybody that that's on this joint. Everybody, as you can see, man. From the 80s and the 90s. I just like the color and the detail in this joint. Artwork was nice. You know what I'm saying? Got my dude Tupac right here. Just right here, man. I'm never giving this up or throwing it away. It's just memories of my hip hop past. It's like an antique to me. It's like a relic to me. It's like a reminder to me. Some of these joints even might be worth some money. But as you can see, a hip hop fan for sure. DJ Clue. I was a big time tape collector. Try to get all the Clue joints when they came out throughout the years. See, I got some bangers in this joint. Just the spinner. They had also CD spinner as well. They held like up to like 100 CDs or whatever. Some was a little less than that. See, I got a DOC up in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Classic, classic, classic. For sure, man. Classic for sure. And I started out, let me spin the joint around. Never was an album collector. That wasn't from that era. As you can see, Most Def joint. uh, Nocturnal, Helter Skelter, First Joint, Busta Rhymes, Anarchy. Hey, Jay-Z up in here. I can go on forever, man. I talked a lot about these albums in the 90s hip hop. But as you can see, man, I collected tapes for the whole tape era of hip hop. You know, early 90s. Went back and collect some of them 80 joints when I deeply got into hip hop in my early teens. And became a hip hop fiend ever since then. See, I got DMX joint in there, man. Benny Siegel. Oh yeah, it's real. Shit is real, man. Proof is in the pudding, folks. Proof is in the pudding. I told you when I'm at Common, at the bookstore, got his autograph. To Dennis, love Common. You know what I'm saying? Common, if he watching this joint, you got a #1 fan right here. Then right next to it, because he was with him that day, Talib. Dennis, holla back. Talib, Qualib. To me, I was blessed to meet both of them at the same time. Come on, man. Don't get no realer than that. Not at all. One love to the hip hop for sure.